Speaker.
This is a split call, 5 minutes. I call Joe Luxton.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am really thrilled to be able to take a call on the Canterbury Earthquakes Insurance Tribunal Bill. I want to take the opportunity to acknowledge the Honourable Andrew Little for bringing this bill to the House. He quite clearly understands and empathises with the issues that several people in the Canterbury, or several thousand people actually in the Canterbury region have faced or are facing every day. I also want to acknowledge the people in Canterbury and in particular Christchurch on this, the 8th anniversary of the 4th of September earthquake. This earthquake marked the beginning of a series of events that has changed people's lives forever. I can recall where I was at the time of the earthquake in September, and when the earthquake hit, the house that I was living in at the time felt like it was nothing more than a cardboard box being thrown around. And thankfully, or miraculously, we were never put into the position where we had to look to make an insurance claim because the house wasn't damaged in any way. However fast 8 years may have flown by for me, which I feel like 8 years has really flown by, I can't believe that it's been that long since that earthquake. There are people in Canterbury who are still struggling after 8 years, who are still trying to get their claims settled. Now, we can't control an earthquake, and we can't control the immediate aftermath of an earthquake. But what this bill does is it gives some control back to people, to the people of Canterbury. And many of those people have felt that they've had no control and no hope over their lives for the last 8 years. They are living their lives, some of them, I believe, in a truly dark way. And they are living, it's like a Groundhog Day. You wake up every day, it's the same. You're facing the same battle trying to settle your claim. It's not fair. It's not good enough either. And this bill will also provide or bring back fairness and equity to the people who are fighting their claims. We know there are several thousand outstanding claims, several thousand too many. I acknowledge that some of these claims are likely to be quite tricky to work through, but still 8 years is a really long time. This bill provides a pathway forward. So people still, after 7 and 8 years, are living in caravans outside their houses because their houses are unsafe to live in, and they are still fighting their insurance claims to get their houses fixed, repaired or replaced in total so that they can actually live a normal life again in their homes. As I said, it is a pathway forward and it's really important for the people of Canterbury that they have this pathway forward, which this bill enables, because they have been left weary, worn down, suffering serious mental health issues, for trying to navigate their way through this legislation in order to get their claims resolved. What I think is really important about this bill is that it enables a shift from being worn down and weary for people being empowered and in control again. It gives policyholders a choice to access the tribunal, which allows them the option to apply to the tribunal rather than going through the insurers or EQC. It's not going to be regimental in its approach, and it will assess each individual claim and be flexible and tailor their response in their approach to each individual claim. This government is delivering on its pre-election promises by establishing this tribunal for the people of Canterbury and in particular Christchurch. I really, absolutely, happily commend this bill to the House.
I call Matt Ducey.
Thank you very much, Mr Chair. Mr Chair,